Hi guys. So everything is good, but I have to tell you a funny story. I don't know if it's quite funny, haha, or if it's more like so embarrassing. So I had a lot of returns because I had an event that fell through for many different reasons. That's a whole nother story. So I needed to take my stuff back to Amazon, and I started to notice that my returns to Amazon wants me to take them to Kohl's, which is fine. It's kind of a drag. The last time I took something to Kohl's, and granted, I normally take my stuff to UPS. Yes, UPS. But for some reason now they're saying not to take them there, to take them to the Kohl's, which is just around the corner. So it's like distance-wise, it's just right around the neighborhood. I could technically walk if I wanted to with all my packages. But nonetheless, the last time I was in Kohl's, I had to go all the way to the very back corner to where the Amazon drop-off was. Now, to me, that was a drag because I'm like, why am I walking all the way through your store to have to get back there with my packages? It just seemed kind of ridiculous considering that the return was right there for Kohl's, right there at the door when you first get in. So nonetheless, I parked the car, I get my many packages, and I had about 7 because I had a bunch of little things. Like I was going to do foil fringe curtains, and so I got green, light green, and gold. I needed to return those, a tablecloth, like some other stuff. So, it's kind of cumbersome. But the way that Kohl's is set up is like a lot of these places that want handicapped people to be able to come in right with their wheelchairs. And so it kind of has that like ramp kind of thing, but very wide. So you could technically probably roll in 2 or 3 people in wheelchairs all at once. But where it kind of ramped up was just enough that I didn't realize it was a step. And I fell forward, and I thought I could catch myself. But I sure could not, and I'm sure I looked completely ridiculous falling. It wasn't one of those where you just slip and fall. It was like very in motion and dramatic. So, nonetheless, as soon as I landed on my knees, it kind of skidded, and then my hand here is pretty sore. I looked up, and I was surrounded by the sweetest group of senior citizen gals ever. And they were like, "Oh, my darling, are you okay?" And they were helping me up and getting my packages. And they were so nice. And it was so dumb. I didn't really feel embarrassed that I fell. It was more like I couldn't believe what just happened. So, nonetheless, I'm glad to say that I didn't rip through my leggings because these are one of my favorites. I am going to order another pair because I haven't had the opportunity to even take them off. But tonight I'm going to shower, and I'm going to see what kind of damage I have under my leggings on my knee, especially my right knee, because that's the one that it's a bit more tender. My left knee, I can tell I probably skinned it up a little bit, but the right knee, I'm just like, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a scab. But nonetheless, I felt a presence of sisterhood, and it was so sincerely sweet. And I'm so thankful that there are still people in the world that will stop and help you in your time of need. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. I am fine for the most part. My wrist here I have had an old injury from this when it was dislocated. And there are certain angles that even to this day, I kind of have a little bit of problems with. Like I'll feel a little bit of pain. Today is one of those days, but here is probably why as well. So you know that saying that pride comes before a fall. Well, this morning I did not have coffee. I did have a beautiful cup of tea that my partner left me, which was so incredible because he didn't have to do that. I didn't realize we were out of creamer and he was out of heavy cream. So he's like, I made you tea because we don't really have the things to make our coffee delicious enough. So I told him, oh, I'll go to the store, which was one of the errands I was running anyways, right? So I did gather those things, and thank goodness Fry's has the pickup still, because it's so nice to just order and then 3 hours go pick it up. So I don't know why. In my, I guess I could say, professional life, there's quite a bit of stresses going on behind the scenes, just a whole other story. And so I don't know if that kind of invigorated me, but nonetheless, I did 8-hour workout today with Les Mills. And I know I haven't talked about them in a while. Les Mills, again, is a program that you can purchase. They're usually ran too through the gyms throughout the United States, but certainly they're out of New Zealand. And so it's just a very cool program. It has when I logged in today, I was like, dang, they have, I think, 12 different programs that you can do. And I want to say categories of programs. So you could walk, run, sprint, box, dance, step, ride a bike, all these things. And then within those categories, then you're able to pick out what one you want to do. And the one I picked, I went way back because I couldn't remember the very last one I had done. But I basically started at episode 100 because now they have almost all the way to 200. And so I thought, well, if I do this one, which was the step class, and that step class I can do with my dextrosyn. That's the other thing that I really like about that one. I can do step pretty well. When I turn, I have to be very careful. And a lot of times I just do extra squats instead of doing some of their dance moves because it's just weird for your belly with dextrosyn side, but it's not impossible. The other one I always do is RPM because you're just sitting on a bike and you're doing that, right? That's a good one too. And then if I don't have dextrosyn, I'll do the pump class, which is like weights. So, and then there's another one I like that's, I don't know what they call it now, but basically it's like a Pilates, yoga, flowing, balance, stretch kind of program. And I really like that one. I might do that one tomorrow. Nonetheless, I was very excited today about the fact that I got through one of those classes. And I have to be quiet with it. So it's like I sometimes got to be super mindful versus like if I'm at the gym, what does it matter, right? But here I have to be quiet because I have a downstairs neighbor and I want to try to step lightly, which is also why I do a lot of squats. So anyways, I was so proud of myself for working out with the knowledge that tomorrow I'll probably be down all day because my body hates it when I work out. Likes to punish me. And then I thought, well, I'll go run my errands. And I did all that. And then I fell down. And then what's interesting too is I text Donnie and I was like, oh my gosh, you won't believe I just fell down. And he was like, did you faint? Like, do you remember if you blacked out or anything? Did you get dizzy? And I was like, oh my gosh, those are really good questions. So I thought for a second, oh my God, did I black out? But realistically, no, I did not. I actually fell forward and I did get that little lip of the step wrong. And so that's what happened. So thank God, because holy smokes, could you imagine if I fainted someplace? Oh, that would be terrible. My kids are already trying to threaten to take away my license. They're just silly. They're just silly. We just tease each other all the time like that, you know? So, but yeah, so that's what happened to me today. I went ahead and ran my errands. I refocused and got my packages delivered. And what's crazy is that I did definitely take my packages all the way to the back of Amazon. I mean, all the way to the back of Kohl's. And then I couldn't find the freaking Amazon return. So I was like, maybe it's at a different spot. No, I know I went all the way to the back corner. So I wandered around. And then finally, when I was going towards the exit, which was also the entrance in which I made a grand appearance, there it was. Madness. Madness! Because I stressed out over having to take all this stuff through Kohl's to the back. And here, I just had to go right there. So the lady at the counter was very sweet and very nice. I don't think she knew I fell, or if she did, she didn't say anything. But she got me through really quickly. I got my returns done, and now I'm more than happy to take my returns there with the knowledge to make sure I watch my step. So that's my day. Again, my knee hurts pretty good. Right here hurts pretty good, but it's not anything impossible. So I think after a good night's rest and a hot shower, I will be doing just fine. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Drink your water. Bye-bye.